What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the Aimé and Dore collaboration with New Balance on the 990 V4 in this orange or red clay colorway. This is an ALD exclusive colorway of the New Balance 990 V4 that released last year, but this pair specifically was discounted during their holiday sale. So even though I was on the fence about this pair for full price, at about 25% off, that's when I decided to pull the trigger and grab these. So this is the orange colorway, but I've seen some sneaker blogs call this the red clay colorway. Either way, the official product code for this shoe is U990 OG4, and they retailed for $210 US originally, which converts to on their website to 335 Canadian dollars, but I grabbed these for 255 Canadian dollars, which is approximately 25% off the original retail price. And this pair, just like any other 990 V4, is made in the USA. So the New Balance 990 V4, it seems to be a silhouette that New Balance is slowly fading out of their rotation in favor of other silhouettes like the 993, the upcoming return of the 992, among others. So assuming New Balance is going to be shelving this silhouette for the next few years, and because these were available for discount, I decided why not, let's pick these up and see how these are in real life. So first things first, here's a quick look at the packaging, and as you can see, the color of the box matches the color of the shoes. So this is done in this orange color. We have both New Balance and ALD co-branding on the top lid, but then the rest of the shoe is just your typical New Balance made in USA style, except for the fact that of course it's all done in orange. So as for the shoe itself, jumping right into the details, starting things off with the toe box, this is covered with this orange colored mesh, but then overlaid on top of this, we have this gray colored perforated nubuck, which contrasts nicely compared to the orange backdrop. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this plush orange colored suede, which feels very nice and smooth to the touch, and this also covers the eyelets of the sneaker, but the top two eyelets are covered in this orange colored plastic or TPU. Underneath this on the quarter panel, we have more of that orange colored suede, and then stitched on top of this, we have this large New Balance end logo. This is done in a mix of silver and white, and it is completely reflective. Moving downwards, we have a combination of mesh, gray nubuck, and orange colored suede, and then we have more suede covering the bottom of the heel, and this is where you'll find 990 branding pressed on in silver on the lateral side. Underneath this, we have this plastic or TPU heel clip. This gives you structure and support around the back end of the shoe. In the middle of the heel, we have this perforated synthetic nubuck in orange, along with this semicircle New Balance branding in silver, and then the top of the heel is covered in this silver reflective layer with Made in the USA branding. For the laces, this pair comes with two different lace options. So the standard lace that they come with and the one that I really like the most are these flat style cream colored laces, but they also come with a pure white colored lace if you want to give the shoe a little bit more of a brighter look and give it a little bit more contrast. Underneath this, to my surprise actually, this tongue is actually reflective in nature. I initially just thought it was a gray colored mesh tongue, but it is 3M. And then holding the laces in place, we have this synthetic orange nubuck in the middle with 990 V4 branding, along with that Made in the USA flag branding. The back of the tongue and the inner liner of the collar, this is covered in this off-white colored nylon, and then for the insoles, these come with a pretty well padded foam lined insole. It's finished in orange on the top, and we have New Balance and ALD co-branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the 990 V4 sits atop this foam midsole, which is painted primarily in this off-white color, and we also have New Balance's end cap technology. This is this gray colored wedge, which is a dual density foam, which provides both cushioning along with support around the outer edges. And then for the outsole, this is your traditional V4 outsole. So this is done in a mix of black and cream colored rubber. We have these three slits on the forefoot to give you some added flexibility. And then in the middle of the shiny part, this TPU layer acts like a shank plate to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And in terms of sizing, these fit like any other 990 V4, so I personally prefer to go a half size down from my true size. So in my case, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I go with a 9.5 in models like the 990 V4, 990 V3, V5, V6, as well as other New Balance silhouettes like the 992 and the 993, whereas I go true to size or a size 10 in other silhouettes like the 860 V2, 1906R, 2002R, 991, and the 1500. So whatever size you normally wear for 990s, go with that same size for this pair and it should fit you fine. Moving on to the comfort, so in my opinion, the V4 is an extremely comfortable sneaker. It's not going to be an immediately super plush and super soft feeling sneaker. I feel like models like the V6, for example, that has a lot more step-in comfort right away. But the beauty behind the V4 is that it's a very supportive shoe. So when you wear these for long periods of time, it really cradles and hugs your feet in the right places. So while it's not the softest shoe right out of the box, over time it does break in and it gives you just the amount of that softness that you need while still giving you a lot of support in the areas that are needed most. So the V4 is a model that I've worn on vacation, for example. I wore a pair going to Disney World and stepping 25,000 steps in a day. My feet probably felt as comfortable as they could have been given how many steps I walked. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so in terms of the material quality, I thought it was very, very solid. This is your typical made in USA build, so we have a mix of genuine suedes, which feel very nice to the touch. We do have some synthetic materials, but they work together very, very well. So the build quality, especially for the discounted price that I paid, I thought it was very solid, and same thing with the overall build. I didn't have any major flaws on my pair. The stitch job was good, glue stains were kept at a minimum, the paint job was solid as well. So all in all, I was ecstatic to grab this pair for a discount, especially because it is an ALD collaboration, which means it's not going to be a shoe that's just going to be sitting on a New Balance store shelf. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. All in all, this is a solid, very vibrant colorway, which makes sense why it's not going to be a colorway for everyone. This is just a very bold, very orange colored sneaker, so at the end of the day, if you're not a fan of orange, you're not going to be a fan of this shoe. But for me, I was kind of on the fence about the colorway, but given that this was 25% off, that just kind of pushed me over the edge. So ultimately, if you're looking for a comfortable, orange colored New Balance shoe, this is going to be right up your alley. But otherwise, I don't blame you if you're not a fan of this model. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this pair, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching, hopefully you guys enjoy this review, appreciate your love and support, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.